morning everyone. So I had intended to make one long vlog for the week, but yesterday got enough footage to make a video all on its own. So decided, on top of challenging myself with the camera work, the camera profiles and the editing this week, why not also challenge myself to make more vlogs? Not necessarily daily, because I have a feeling some days are going to be a bit more boring than Monday, because Monday was really busy. But yeah, got a bit of work to do today. I think I'm actually going to start off with uploading yesterday's video, but I need to make the thumbnail for that first. And then I've got to do some work for my Maths for Physicists module, at least my lecture of extragalactic astronomy maybe, and my lecture of Maths for Physicists. This evening I've got the Gallic class, Scottish Gallic class that Celtic Society runs. I definitely don't remember most of it. Cool, I should get to work. Okay, so since the last week that I did any vlogging, I have been elected as class rep. So what that means is it's my job to represent the views of students to faculty and to try and improve things in the school for people in my year. So I'm the third year or junior honours astrophysics rep, specifically for the astronomers in the course. But part of that means I have to go and analyse the mid-semester survey. So most universities will get student feedback throughout the semester, and one of the major ways they do that is with a survey halfway through the semester of all modules. Hopefully there's not too many responses. I mean, actually no, we want loads of responses to mid-semester surveys, because the more feedback we have, the better a case we can make for getting things improved. But I have a feeling it's going to take a while to go through. But I need to analyse it today, because it needs to be analysed by tomorrow, and tomorrow I've potentially got my transferable skills talk. It's fine, it's only Tuesday. Plenty time to procrastinate more. But right now my camera's about to die, so I'm going to go and change the batteries and start the mid-semester surveys, which I'm not going to film because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be confidential. Right, so I've just finished the hack session for extragalactic astronomy. Okay, so it's quite an interesting project. There are several types of galaxies out in the universe, and when we map them based on their colour, there is a blue population, a blue cloud, and a red sequence. But then there's this gap in between that we call the green valley. The leading hypothesis at the minute is that there is a quick evolution between the blue to the red. The leading hypothesis is that that is what happens, that blue galaxies very quickly become red galaxies, which is why we don't find them in this valley. The thing is, we have to code it. Now fortunately, we got provided with a nice selection of other code that we have to deal with for some intro coding things for this module. So I have a feeling there's going to be quite a bit of building, sort of going from there and adapting that code. However, what I have discovered is that the dataset from SDSS gives me magnitudes for different colour bands, and I need to figure out how I turn that into an actual magnitude, because I need to be able to plot the colour, the overall colour of the galaxy against its magnitude to see what I get with that for different redshifts, I think. I'm probably going to talk more about this, because this is going to take up a lot more time than I had expected it to. Well, if not this week, then over the next few weeks. It's due in just under 5 weeks' time. So I've got about a month, but I've also barely started. Anyway, I'm going to get lunch because I am starving. I've not eaten anything since about 9:30 this morning. Cool. I will see you later on. Okay, so I have mentioned yesterday, if you didn't watch yesterday's vlog, I would very much recommend you watch that I forget about my tea a lot. I may get out and walk away, maybe go to the toilet or something, and I forget about it. And I feel like you maybe don't realise quite how much tea I own, or actually more to the point, how much I drink, but also I have a ridiculous amount of, well, rather expensive tea, because, well, one of my friends, who I won't name in case they don't want to be named, worked in T2, which is a shop that sells nice loose leaf teas, and decided to gift me some over the summer, and I got hooked. And now I have 6 boxes of tea, which is not cheap. Today I am having, well, at least at the minute, this one, Sydney Breakfast. I've got a few other ones, and of course for when I'm not having fancy tea, a box of Yorkshire tea. Not my first choice. My first choice of normal tea would be Punjana, but so many shops have stopped stocking it. I really miss that tea. Also, yes, I do realise it is very much a British stereotype that I drink a lot of tea. Anyway, I need tea. Okay, so it's about mid-afternoon. It's just gone, well, it's not really mid-afternoon yet, it's only 2:10. But I feel like it might be a good time to talk just a little bit about what studying in St Andrews is actually like. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm helping out with a visiting day session, because visiting days aren't really what they normally are. Because normally on an open day or visiting day, whatever we want to call them, you have people will come to St Andrews and they see around the town, and then they go and see the departments they're interested in studying in. So for me that was physics and astronomy. Editing Thomas here, and basically I went on for quite a long time here just explaining what open days are and why we aren't having them at the minute, because coronavirus, which is kind of self-explanatory, to be honest. So we have these online open days where School of Physics, they'll give a presentation about what life is like, and then they do a Q&A session, and they ask students, such as myself, as well as staff members, to answer them. So my Twitter following is not really as high as it would need to be for me to be able to tweet out, hey, I want to do a Q&A in today's vlog. Hit me up with some questions. So I did what I can do, and I messaged my friends and said, hey, what would you have wanted to know ahead of coming to St Andrews? Or even just starting university as a physics student? So a few of these are sort of corona specific and some of them more general. So normally in a physics degree we have like in-person lectures, in-person tutorials and in-person labs. Lectures are you sit in a room for an hour and someone who has a PhD talks at you for an hour. Tutorials, you do questions ahead of time and you go and discuss them, work through any issues you had, that sort of thing. And then labs are practical workshop type things where you do either experimental things with radioactivity and that sort of stuff, or they can be coding labs if it's something like a computational module or if you're an astronomer. Right now, under coronavirus, we can't do all that. Lectures are largely online. Now that varies from module to module what delivery method they're doing. All of mine, pretty much, are doing pre-recorded using a piece of software called Panopto. And all in all, I quite like it, to be honest. It means I can pause, go get a cup of tea, speed it up, slow it down, rewind. It's actually really helpful. Tutorials are kind of, it depends. Like, they've given people the choice now. Do they want them in person? Do they want them online? In person, you're socially distanced in the School of Physics building with a mask on. I actually have an in-person tutorial tomorrow morning, so you may well see me in a mask in tomorrow's vlog. Now, student societies basically make or break the university, in my opinion. Especially if you're in a university in a small town like St Andrews. If you don't have societies, then there's not a massive amount else to do, to be honest, unless you really like going for walks. But no, the societies really can make or break it. Most subjects have them. In the physics department, there's now 3. The Physics Society, which is very much physics related. They tend to do sort of skills workshops. They do a trip to CERN when that's allowed. There's then the Astronomical Society, who basically get free reign over a lot of the telescopes in the observatory. And then there's a new engineering society, it's called EASY. I don't really know why. Engineering and Aerospace Society, which they've shortened to EASY. That's it. Yeah, student societies are great though. I have probably consumed about 7 times the recommended amount of hot chocolate in a night at AstroSoc. It's a really fun time. Degree paths, yeah, that's an important one. So I'm an astronomer. I do the astrophysics degree path. My plan was that tomorrow you might meet somebody on the way to my tutorial who does an experimental degree, but he's isolated with coronavirus, so that's not happening. There are various different degree paths. I've talked about this actually, in my video, what do you do in a physics degree? Top right hand corner. Would recommend you go and watch that. But yeah, I'm an astronomer. There's experimental degrees, there are theoretical degrees. They're different, and that's good because it gives you choice over what you want to study. Now, I don't find theoretical physics that exciting. I don't want to do condensed matter. I don't want to do quantum physics. Whereas I do want to do simulations of star formation, which, I want to do that as a summer project so bad. But yeah, I'm also not a big fan of doing loads of lab experiments. They're fine, but they're not really my cup of tea, to be honest. I like the astronomy degree for that matter, but some people really hate astronomy. Some people don't like how many approximations we make. I'd argue that it's a really good skill to be able to know which approximations you can take that won't too adversely affect the accuracy of your data, but will speed up your computational times by multiple orders of magnitude. Anyway, I should probably get back to work. I've been sitting here pontificating for a while. I do want to talk about accommodation properly at some point. I might talk about accommodation tomorrow. One of the friends who has suggested things is my friend Brendan. He's a host of a radio show on the St Andrews Student Radio called Razzie Review, Thursdays 4 PM. Well, I'm just name dropping him now. And he also has music on Spotify. Stream Brendan Head on Spotify. His latest album is ARP. I'll put a link in the description actually, because he's good and he's given me a lot of these questions to answer. But yeah, there are different opportunities to be creative in St Andrews. There is St Andrews Radio, there is, obviously people can just do this, like what I'm doing, YouTubing. But it is now 2:20 and I need to do some work because I have a degree to get and this is already taking up a lot of time. Yeah, cool, I'm gonna get back to work. I have been working on this Mathematica stuff for like, I don't know, 40 minutes? I just want to throw it out the window. I don't understand it. It's just... We're trying to do Fourier transforms using Mathematica and nothing makes sense. Like, I think for a second I might have started to understand something. And then I just realised I don't. But it's got to be done. Well, it has been another... Well, yeah. So it's been another hour since I last recorded anything. But it's now... I've finished the assessed question, worth 1% of my module. I've done enough in the forum on Moodle to guarantee myself at least another 0.6% of the module, and sometime this week I will do enough to get me to at least 1.2, preferably a bit closer to 2. We have this Moodle forum that's worth like 2% of the module every week. I've not done brilliantly at it so far, if I'm honest. I don't like this system, because we're being tested on stuff we're learning right now. So if anything, it really penalises those of us who are already, like, anyone who's struggling with timetabling other work is not really gonna have the time to go through and work through every single thing in minute detail, which is what you need to do for this module, and I am one of these people that does not have this much time to do stuff. Yeah, it's a tough module. Hopefully though, it'll be fine. Okay, so I have decided what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do more computational physics right now. I am going to play my trumpet. And because I play in the wind band, but I play my horn in the wind band. But I have my trumpet too, and we have some of the music because, well, they just distributed it digitally this year because, well, coronavirus and we weren't really meant to be seeing each other at the time. So I've got some myself. Unfortunately, I can't play the recording we're playing along to when we're practicing because copyright. So I guess you just get to listen to me making a fool of myself on the trumpet, if this even makes it into the video, which it probably won't. Anyway, let's play some selections from Greece. Oh yeah, practice mute because I don't want to disturb people. Okay, so it is, we're now after dinner. We had a carbonara pasta for dinner, which is quite good considering I'm not even sure if I've ever made it from scratch. I feel like I've imagined that. It's 6:25 now, so in just over half an hour, we have the Celtic Talk Gaelic class. Gaelic is a language native to Scotland. I'm very much enjoying it. I'm not very good at it. I've totally got my notes down in front of me at the minute. Actually, no, I don't. I have last week's attendance list. Because I'm the president of the society, I need to check. It's for keeping track of how many people we actually have week on week, which is a good thing to do because it gives you a general idea of how many people are actually active members as opposed to paid members, because that number is different. Fortunately, the paid members is higher than the active members. If it was the other way around, we'd have a problem. But yeah, I kind of wish there was more active members. If you come to St Andrews, if you come to University in St Andrews, come to Celtic Sock. We're really good. We also do dancing normally. We can't do that at the minute because, well, coronavirus, and it's Scottish country dancing, so it's we can't really do it socially distanced. So I'm going to look over the rest of last week's notes. I'm going to offload the footage off the camera. I might call this vlog here. I'm not going to record in the lesson because that's just me saying a bunch of gobbledygook at a screen. Honestly, hardly anyone watching this is going to understand what Kimura Hashiv means, for example. I've probably also murdered that pronunciation. I'll talk more about Gaelic in a future vlog, back when it's something I've been doing consistently rather than taking a week and a bit off. I'm going to continue vlogging this week, but this is what we're going to call the vlog for today. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. You can watch the rest of my week. Check out some of my science videos. There'll be an end screen with stuff in a minute or well, in a few seconds, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have questions for future vlogs, please do leave them in the comments below because I want questions to answer, so I have content for the vlogs. Also, any improvements on my vlogging style would be really helpful. Hopefully the camera quality is better than it's been in the past. I have been trying to make sure the lighting is better and my camera profiles and colour grading, but please tell me if it's absolute crap. Anyway, I will see you in my next video, hopefully tomorrow's vlog.